This video shows how to use the Azure Migrate App Containerization Helper. In the video, we will first create an Azure Linux VM. We will install Apache Tomcat and the sample app on the VM. We will enable network access to the VM. We'll perform the containerization and migration, and we'll show the app running on Azure Kubernetes service. The documentation for this experience is available at this link. In the documentation, you can see everything you need to know about how to do what is in this video. First, let's create the GNU Linux VM. We'll go to the Azure portal and click Create a Resource. We choose Compute, Virtual Machine. In the virtual machine creation experience, we first select the subscription into which you want to deploy the VM. We'll create a new resource group and give the virtual machine a name. For simplicity, I use the same name as the resource group name. We don't want any infrastructure redundancy for this demo, and we want to select a special VM image to make our job easier. Azul Zulu, let's choose that. We must choose password authentication because the Azure Migrate Containerization Helper only has support for password SSH into the machine to do the discovery. We will enable SSH port 22 and also port 80 because that's where the web application will be running. Networking and management and advanced we can all leave at the defaults. Let's click Review and Create. Now that the validation has passed, we can select Create. This begins the deployment process. It takes a few minutes for the deployment to complete. Let's go back to the resource group. Let's modify the network security group so the helper application can send pings to the VM. On the network security group overview page, we can say 2 inbound security rules to allow SSH and HTTP from any source. Let's tighten that down for a little bit of more security. Select inbound security rules, modify SSH, and we're going to select a specific IP address that this connection will be allowed from. I'll paste in my IP address and select Save. We'll do the same thing for HTTP. We will also add a new rule to enable ping. For the source, select IP address, paste in my IP, and we'll change the protocol to ICMP. We'll scroll down. We'll set the priority to 100 and select Add. And return to the VM overview page. If we hover over the clipboard icon next to public IP address, we can select Copy to Clipboard. We can now SSH into the machine, and we're logged in. Let's turn the ping service on. Now let's install Tomcat. We'll cd to the Apache Tomcat directory, go to Web Apps, and we'll download our test war. Finally, let's make a couple modifications to the server configuration and start Tomcat. We want to run on port 80 for simplicity. Now let's start Tomcat We can see that Tomcat has started on port 80. Now let's test the sample app. And we can see we are printing out our hostname and internal IP address. When I open the icon, I am taken to the local app container migration experience. Here, we can specify the application type. Let's select Java Web App on Tomcat and select Continue. This is a preview release, so we have to make sure we accept that caveat. The app now checks that we can connect to the public internet, and we are reminded to ensure that SSH is enabled. Let's continue. Now, we will allow the app containerization helper to log in to Azure on our behalf. This is very important because then the tool will know what subscriptions and resources we have access to. Let's select Login. It's very important that the tenant and subscription are the same as we deployed the VM in. In the Provide Server Details section, we paste the IP address, username, and password of the VM and select Validate. This is where it's important that the machine is pingable from your local host. Let's continue. We do app discovery now. This will SSH into the machine and look at the running Tomcat. It uses the PID of the running Java Tomcat instance to discover the Tomcat home, which is then used as the offset for all of the configuration information. We will fill in the Docker container name here and click Continue. Let's now take a look at the ACR. We have to specify the container registry where the Docker image is going to be pushed. You can create one or define an existing one. And you can also take a look at the Docker file. You can see we have a base image here that's actually also based on Zulu and Tomcat 9. That's just incidental. And we're exposing port 80, which was discovered from the application information. Now that we've built the app successfully, we can select Continue. And we will name the AKS cluster. Again, as with the Azure Container Registry, you can create a new one in the experience or specify an existing one. Let's select Continue. We don't have any persistent volumes here, so let's continue. And finally, we can deploy, edit, and review the deployment configuration. So the number of replicas, which port, what kind of load balancer, and we can then click Apply. After applying the configuration, let's select Continue. Now, we can simply deploy our test web app to the AKS cluster. Once the deployment succeeds, we're provided with the link to the external load balancer. When we load the application, we see the same output as before, but the Kubernetes information is shown. Let's compare the VM-based one and the Kubernetes-based one. The only difference is the host name.